Hello, faithful listeners. My name's Clay Thompson, and I'll be your guide once again in the Fiction Room. Today's prompt is brought to us from username Reset Bay Doors. You're happily going about your day when you vanish in a cloud of smoke. Suddenly, you're standing in a ring of candles. A sorcerer holding a tome looks pleased at your arrival. Turns out, Earth is hell, we're the demons, and you've just been summoned. As always, I hope you enjoy hearing these stories as much as I enjoy reading them, but without further ado, let's begin with our first story, written by 47 Ronin. So you're in line getting tacos, right? Like you do every Friday for lunch. It's a beautiful day, the sun is out, not a cloud in the sky, 75 degrees, light breeze, mwah, absolute perfection. You order dos de pollo in your crappy Spanglish, you hand the man his money through the dingy frosted window, and pause a moment to breathe deep. That salty, burnt, fatty goodness that tastes like an angel's kiss. That sulfurous, rotten egg... Wait, what? Ugh, this again. So then you're standing in a circle, alone, with your tool belt, your hard hat, your cell phone, a tamarind soda, and absolutely no frickin' tacos de pollo with onions and crema. Forget this noise. You resolve for the umpteenth time to be less good at your job. Remember your protocol. Oh, gracious master, you bow, making obeisance before the thin-lipped, bearded, taco-stealing jerk standing in front of the circle and the book and the candles looking inordinately pleased with himself. How may I be of service, most gracious one? Oh, putrid, acrid, tallow, not beeswax. He's a newbie, or worse, a frickin' cheapskate.
I am thy master now, demon,
the thin-lipped boy booms.
Thou art encircled by the hand of Dextrogas the Mighty, first of his name and first among the leaden ring.
Newbie. Fine, whatever. You remove your hard hat and straighten up. They like it when you remove the hat. Your arms wide. Just roll with the punches, it'll all be over soon. I grovel before your magnificence, good might. To what end may I pledge my service to the ends of the leaden ring?
Thou hast been chosen, demon, for a task of great import, one uniquely suited to thy devilry. Thy master the mighty hath scoured long the books of perdition, and at last deciphered thy name. I bend thee to my will, Michael Thompson of Air Max Technologies, Rochester, New York, 14623.
When will they stop printing the yellow pages? Just say the words, do the thing, faster. You might be able to break the bonds of a weaker sorcerer, sure, but if they can bring you in, they can send you back just as easy. Better that way. Let them do the driving. Pay it forward, go home happy. My will is yours, good might. Your wish my desire with utmost certainty. Pray tell the nature of your need. This thin-lipped newbie draws himself up to his full height, chest swollen with pride. Wonder if yours first.
This infernal machine was created for my grandsire by thy demon kin. Its power wavers. Fix it for me, or never be free.
He's pointing at a refrigerator? Ugh, even wizards make mistakes. Oh, good might, a deeper bow. But in this, I am unworthy to be your servant.
Dost thou defy me, demon? My wrath is great, and my punishment most severe.
It's just, you see, good might, I am an air conditioner technician. That is a refrigerator. I mean, I can take a look at the wiring diagram and troubleshoot it if the problem is electrical, but if it's mechanical or the coolant, you're gonna need an actual fridge repair guy with the right stuff to recharge. Thin lips falters.
So what am I to do with this infernal machine?
The smoke from the animal fat candles is burning your nose. Let me see the The Book of Perdition you summoned me from. A suspicious look. I swear upon my name not to leave or break the circle until I have shown you the name of a demon who can fix your machine. Gingerly, he hands over the book. Flip. Ah, refrigerator repair. Do you have a pen? Blank stare. Charcoal stick? Quill? He seems to understand and hands over a well-sharpened number 2 pencil. You circle the name and number of a fridge tech. Great. Okay, just summon this guy next time your infernal machine needs work. And make sure to do the full summon between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. local time so that you can get all of his equipment in too. He might need some of the big stuff. You offer the book back to the sorcerer. Pay it forward. Oh, and try not to summon between 12 and 1 p.m. local time, okay? I don't know what time zone you're in, and I know the cross-dimensional conversion is kind of hard, but no one likes being summoned on their lunch break. He takes the book silently, glaring suspiciously. Oh, also, this line work here is a little shoddy. See the pentagram bleeding out a bit on the edges here? I really wouldn't have any trouble at all breaking out of this summoning, even if I didn't know what I was doing. And a newbie demon getting out of the circle is the last thing you want. So, try to keep the lines as clean as possible.
Thou came well recommended, I see, and for good reason, demon. You have the thanks of Dextrogast the Mighty.
Oh, and use beeswax next time. That smell is awful. Are you fully satisfied with your summoning, Mr. Might?
It shall suffice.
A blink and a stink, and you're back in the real world, the rotten egg stench lingering. Wonder how long that fridge had been out. In the distance, the taco truck rolls out of the parking lot, kicking up dust as it goes. Every time I get summoned. So when I first saw this prompt, it actually surprised me, being one of the more unique ones that I've read so far. And I find it hilarious that someone who's called a demon is an air conditioner tech and has a New York accent. So 47 Ronin, you knocked it out of the park with this one. And now let's move on to our second story, written by Excessive Smash. Not again. One second I was driving down I-95, and the next I was in a dungeon inside a glowing satanic circle with lava flowing down the walls. Now, if you're familiar with I-95, this is not a significant downgrade. In fact, depending on the day, you might see yourself as better off. But see, I was going back home, and being summoned was the last thing I wanted. Anyways, I tested the glowing lines. I flicked the edge of my spectral prison with my finger, and jumped back immediately into the other wall. Yeah, it was that kind of day. I winced and got to my feet. Oof, this one was good. The competent ones could make their prisons be like walls. The incompetent ones had prisons made of cardboard. But to have the wall actually provide feedback... Oh, there was only one summoner with such skill.
Hey, Lisa?
Yep, it was that kind of day. I turned to find the furry little thing standing in front of the summoning circle, just past the bounds of the summoning circle. Their fur moved independently, as if there was a wind blowing in a dozen directions, but of course we were in a dungeon. They reminded me of little creepy teddy bears or the Ewoks from Star Wars. Jesus Christ, Sogoth, stop frickin' summoning me! Sogoth cringed, his fur recoiling away from me as if repelled by a magnet.
Hey, look, I have a reputation, alright? Can you imagine if the rest of the people found out?
Well, maybe I should just tell everyone else that the prime host...
It's supreme host, actually.
Whatever. Leader, president, dictator, whatever you call yourself, is interested in...
Shh!
Sogoth said immediately, and the walls of my prison pressed against me for a moment, before Sogoth realized what he was doing.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
He said miserably. I just glared daggers at him, echoes of the pain still dancing across my skin. I'll charge you double now. Sogoth sighed.
Yeah, I figured.
He conjured 2 bars of solid gold out of the air.
Really, I just don't get why these rocks are so meaningful in hell.
He said, shaking his head. All right, what is it that you want to know today? See, humans were summoned for their intellect. Or, well, Google's intellect. The summoners would ask how to make bombs, or learn ancient battle strategies, or learn how to make inventions. We made sure to never give them too much, lest they no longer need us. But some summoners had entirely other interests. Like Sogoth here, the leader of the entire dimension.
Okay, so, what happened in Game of Thrones this time?
He asked, handing me the gold through the circle. Huh. Well, now the story has me convinced that Earth is part of hell because I-95... Ooh. I've heard stories, never been myself, never going myself. But anyway, awesome story, great writing by Excessive Smash, very well done. And now, dear listeners, we must unfortunately bid you farewell once again. Thank you all so much for tuning in to The Fiction Room. If you enjoyed today's stories, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. It would very much help us. And wherever you are in the world right now, be safe, be well, and we'll see all of you next time.